everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is a brand new month. It is November 2019 and October has came and gone, but I have got everything reconciled and I now am going to go ahead and do my October budget recap so we can see how I did in October, what my expenses were like, did I stay on budget, what my income was like, did I make more or less than what I had anticipated at the beginning of the month. So I'm going to open up here to my October budget page. So I have, this is all my October budget, so I have income, and then I have expenses here, and then I have sinking funds, debt tracker, and then my transactions and my weekly check-in. So we're going to go ahead and go to this page right here, which is my October budget. And I'm just going to go through these. I'm going to start with expenses, and then I'm going to go back up to income, just to keep you guys in suspense about the income portion of it. But you probably already saw my online income, or not online, my October income report, so you already know. But if you haven't, then I'm keeping you in suspense. So we'll go ahead and get started here. So at the beginning of October, I came in here, I wrote out all of my expenses, and then what I budgeted them to be, and that total. And now I'm going to go in and write what they actually were, and then if I was above or under what I budgeted. So I'm going to start with Capital One. These 6 first ones here are all debt. So Capital One I budgeted at $170, and that one actually came in just at that, which obviously the debt payments are easier because there's a minimum payment, so you kind of know that it's going to be the same every month, unless you put extra money towards it, which I did, but I didn't do that until November, so that video will be coming up soon with what I put towards my extra debt snowball payment, but it really didn't really affect the debt in October because I just paid the minimum amounts. So, and then if we were plus or over, we were the exact same, so I'm just going to put a line through there. Next is PayPal. We budgeted $39, and that is exactly what it was, so another line through there. Next is One Main. We budgeted $305. I was going to say $350. $305, and that's what that one was. Apple, we budgeted $27, and that is what that one stayed at. Kohl's was also $27, and that one stayed the same. And then my car payment, we budgeted $612, and that one stayed the same. Okay, next is school, and school was budgeted at $70. This is my kids' like school lunch account. So I budgeted $70, and it actually ended up being, oh whoops, I wrote down what I budgeted. I budgeted $70, but it actually ended up being $82.50. The lid of my gel pen keeps flying off every time I go down with it. So we were actually over $12.50. So I like to write that in red, and then if I was under, I like to write it in green. Zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So that one was over $12.50. Next was my daughter's tumbling. I budgeted $125, and that is what it came out at, $125. So we'll go ahead and put a line through that one. Rent is also another one that's pretty easy. I budgeted $200, and that's what it ended up being. Same with Hulu for TV. Budgeted $49, that's what that one was. Same with Verizon, budgeted $102, and that's what that one was. Insurance, budgeted $80, that one came out at $80. Now these ones here, so we have gas, groceries, and spending, and then we have our sinking funds. And I'll get to that one in a second. That'll be a big one. Okay, so gas, we budgeted $160, and that is what we did. We spent that entire $160 either on gas or the rollover amount went to debt snowball. Groceries, we budgeted $320, which is equivalent to $80 a week. And same with that one. We did $320 or the extra went to debt snowball. Spending, I actually set it up at $240 a month, which would be about $60 a week, but I ended up changing that the second week of October. I lowered myself down to $40 a week because I was having a lot of extra money left over in that category, which is a good thing because I could roll it over to debt snowball, but I just decided to cut myself back $20 to bring it to $40 a week. So I actually only ended up doing $180 for the month of October for spending. So that actually put me, oh, you cannot see that very well. Hold on, let me find a different green. Here we go. Perfect. So that actually put me, sorry, I had to sneeze. That actually put me at $60 under what I budgeted. And I just wrote a plus, and that should be a minus because I was under $60. So I was under budget in that category. Okay. And then last is sinking funds. So when I set this budget up the beginning of October, I was allocating myself $200 for sinking funds. And actually, it's not going to say it there. I was allocating myself $200 for sinking funds, but the last week of October, I actually upped my Christmas sinking fund from $20 a week to $100 a week. So I did $20 the first 3 weeks of the month, and then the last week I did $100. So my sinking fund actual amount for the month was $320, and then I added in an extra category as well. So with sinking funds, we were over budget by $120. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to total up my actuals first. There we go. So we have 170 plus 39 plus 305 plus 27 plus 27 plus 612 plus 8250 plus 125 plus 200 plus 49 plus 102 plus 80 plus 160 plus 320 plus 180 plus 320. So $2,798.50 is what I actually spent on debt, bills, expenses, all that jazz. So $2,798.50. And now if you see, what I budgeted was actually $2,826. That doesn't seem right. Hold on, let me look at something here. Okay, it wasn't right. I miscalculated when I added this up to begin with. This is supposed to be a 7. So $2,726 is what I budgeted myself at the beginning of the month, and what I actually spent was $2,798.50. So we're just going to take those two amounts, subtract them from each other, and I was over, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I was over budget by $72.50 for the month of October in my expenses and bills portion. So over budget by $72.50. Now I'm going to go up to the top and we're going to fill out our income. So If you guys have been with me for a little bit, you know that at the very end of September, my oldest son, who is the one that just turned 13 today, November 1st, he got really sick, and he had a staph infection in his knee, a parasite in his stomach, he had a lung infection, just all kind of hit him at the same time. And he was in the children's hospital for a little over a week the end of September. So because of that, I had to take some unpaid time off from my full-time job. So this is what I normally get. $2,148 is what I normally get every month for my normal job, my normal full-time job, for a 4-week month. So October did have 4 Fridays. But what I actually got paid, because I had to take some time unpaid because I was staying with my son in the hospital, was $1,964.92. So that is what I got paid for the month of October for my full-time job. Now, my part-time job ended up being the same, $796 for the month. So we'll put a line through that one. Online, so online is both YouTube and Etsy. So online, we ended up doing, let me just add something up here. I combined the 2 categories rather than having one for YouTube and one for Etsy. One for Etsy. I ended up combining the 2. So the total for the month of October, and this would be what I actually received in October. So like for YouTube, you get paid on the 21st of the month, so I got paid October 21st, but it was for September's views and videos and whatnot. So for the money that I make in November 21st will be for October's videos. And then with Etsy, I also do what I actually earn in Etsy, not just what I made, so, or what I physically receive from Etsy. So I get paid every Tuesday from Etsy. So the amount that I am going to show you guys is the money that I physically received in the month of October. Even though I may have made a little bit more in that month, I don't write it down until I actually receive it. So that amount is $2,354.26 is what I made for online income for the month of October. Now, as you can see, I budgeted $1,000, and that was just kind of due to what I had made the previous month. So it's hard with online income that is variable to calculate what it is going to be, because you don't know. You might get a lot of orders for Etsy one week, and the next week you might get nothing. And same with YouTube. You might have a good week where you get a lot of videos posted and you stay consistent, and then maybe you have a week like I was at the hospital with my son and I obviously couldn't upload videos. So so you can't really plan for that stuff. So we'll start with my full-time job. So my full-time job, I did make less than what I anticipated making, just because there was that unforeseen situation. So I ended up making $183.08 less than I had budgeted for, which was depressing, but I was not going to let my son sit in the hospital all day and night by himself, because I would never do that. Okay, so then, like I said, part-time job stayed the same. We made the same that I budgeted for. Now for online, I'm not going to use a calculator for this. I budgeted $1,000. I made $2,354.26. So I was over by $1,354.26, which is awesome. And I have nobody but you guys to thank for that, for supporting my YouTube channel, watching my videos, commenting on them, liking them, but also, and subscribing, but also my Etsy channel for supporting that as well, purchasing my stickers, my envelopes. This right here is a sticker set that you can buy from my Etsy shop. So it's just really cool that you guys support it so much, and I'm so thankful. So I'm going to add up the actual first. So we have $1,964.92 plus $796 plus $2354.26. So the actual amount that I made for the month of October was $5,115.18, which I had budgeted $3,944. So I'm just going to take those two amounts and figure out how much over we were. If I could use my calculator correctly, this video would go a lot smoother. Okay, so we were over $1,171.18, which is awesome. You obviously want both the income and actual budget categories to be in green, but this was kind of a good thing because I upped my my Christmas sinking fund, so it wasn't like I had a lot of unbudgeted. This was really the only more than budgeted thing. And then this is unfortunate that I had to get less income from my full-time job, but this definitely more than covered what I didn't make here. So I'm very happy with those numbers, extremely happy actually. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to my sinking funds and my debt tracker to show you guys how much I added or took out of my sinking funds for the month of October and what I was left with, and then what I paid for debt for the month of October and what my ending debt totals are. So let me get that ready and I'll be right back with you. Okay, had to change my battery, it was dying. Alright, so I'm gonna go into sinking funds first. So at the beginning of the month, I had $40 for car maintenance, $80 for kids, $300 for Christmas, and then in the month of October I also added medical, household gifts, and personal care. So those obviously starting in October were $0. So going into October I had $420 combined in my cash envelopes. So with car maintenance, I ended up adding in $40. I did not take anything out, so my ending balance for car maintenance is $80. For kids, I started with $80. I ended up adding in $80. I also, though, took out $65. $40 of that was my youngest son wanted to do a basketball camp, and $25 was for a babysitting clinic that my daughter will be doing in a few weeks. So our ending balance for the month of October in kids was $95. Christmas, I started with $300. I added $160. I did not take anything out. I haven't done any Christmas shopping yet. So my ending balance for Christmas is $460. Medical, I started with nothing. I added in $15 because I think I started that the second week of October. Added in $15, we took nothing out, so ending balance of medical is $15. Household, we started with $0, added in $45, took nothing out, so ending balance is $45. Gifts, started the month at $0, added in $30, took nothing out, so our ending balance is $30. Personal care, I started this I think this third week of October, so we ended up adding in $30. We started at nothing. I took nothing out in October, so the ending balance is $30. So we will go ahead and get these added up so we can see what we have left. So we are going to add up what we put in first, which was $40, $80, $160, 15, 45, 30, and 30. So we put in $400 to the sinking funds that we already had. I ended up taking out a total of 65. So we're going to then write in or total up our ending balances. So we have 80, 95, 460, 15, 45, 30, and 30. So we have $755 in our sinking funds going into the month of November. So we went from 420 to 755 in 1 month. So that is super exciting. If you guys know me, you know that I love, love, love sinking funds. Okay, now going down to debt tracker. So I had 5 debts going into the month of October. Capital One was at $4,109.81. PayPal was at $884.32. One Main was at $8,180.07. Kohl's was at $590.07. My car payment was at my car account was at $30,133.70. So my grand total for debt going into October was $43,897.97. So I'm going to go ahead and write what I paid here. And I will tell you, these totals that I'm writing in for the amounts that I paid do not include my extra debt snowball payment. So obviously you guys from earlier in this video saw that I made a significant amount of money for income this month due to my online income. This does not reflect that because I am actually making that extra debt snowball payment in November, not October, because I kind of had to wait until I received the rest of my Etsy for October. So you will see a drastic decrease in debt when I do my November budget recap, as well as my December updated debt totals. So these payments do not include that extra debt snowball payment. So I paid $64.19 to Capital One. For PayPal, I paid $32.93. For One Main, I paid $59.04. And now, I did have somebody ask, I want to explain this quick. I had somebody ask, I think it was on my debt tracker video, why, like with Kohl's for instance, for my debt trackers, I use 1 square equals $20. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So 1 square equals $20 paid off, but my Kohl's minimum payment every month is $27. But just because I pay $27 to a debt account does not mean that that entire amount goes to the principal of the loan. A lot of it goes to interest, and then that depends on what your interest payment or interest rate is on that particular debt. So my minimum payments for these are not this. This is just what went to actual principal of the loan. So from last month to this month, this is what basically it went down. So that's why you see these are obviously different than the minimum payments I am making, because unfortunately that is what debt is. You're paying interest for them to loan you that money, which is the depressing part of debt, which is why it is not good to have debt, because a lot of the money that you're paying is basically going like into the garbage because of interest. So this is just the principal amount that that I paid towards the loan, not the entire amount. Okay, so Kohl's was $13.84. And then the last one, my car, was $451.22. So I'm going to go ahead and total that up. So we have $64.19, $32.93, $59.04, $13.84, and $451.22. So we have $621.22 is what we paid in debt towards the principal for the month of October. Again, that does not include the interest. That is just the amount that went towards the principal of the loan. So I'm going to take this amount and, well, seriously, these lids do not stay on the back of these pens very well. Okay, I'm going to take these, subtract it, and find out what our ending balances were. So we have $4,109.81 minus the $64.19 that went towards the principal. So Capital One is left with a balance of $4,045.62. PayPal, we have $884.32 minus the $32.93 that went towards the principal. So we have $851.39. Next is OneMain, $8,180.07 minus the $59.04 that went towards the principal. So this one is $8,121.03. That's kind of a funky looking 3. Kohl's was $590.07 minus the $13.84 that went to the principal. So $576.23 went, or is what we currently owe. And then last but not least is the most expensive, which is the car. But this is going to be super exciting. So we're going to take what we did owe minus what went to interest. Look at that, we're under $30,000. We're in the $20,000 range. It might be on the high side of $20,000, but that's not the point. The point is that we're under $30,000. So I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel with my car. I'm upside down in the loan, so I am not going to be getting rid of it anytime soon. I'm going to work on paying these 4 off, and then I will work on bringing this amount down a lot before I decide to do anything with it. So now we're just going to basically take this $49,897.93. Again, if I could use my calculator, right, this would go easier. And then we're going to subtract that from the $621.22 that went towards the principals of the loan. So we are at $43,276.75 is what the debt amount will be going into November. Now, when this amount gets into the 30,000s, that will be a big milestone for my debt. So we're only $3,276.75 away from bringing that one down to the 30,000. So that'll be exciting for that as well. All right, so that is it. That is my October budget reconciliation and my October recap. Okay, one of my kids was calling, so I don't remember where I was at, but that is all the reconciliation and the recap of my October budget. So just like a quick recap of all of that, we were over budget, we ended up being over what I budgeted for income by over $1,000. I ended up being over budget with my expenses by $7,250, and you obviously know that I didn't make as much as I thought I was going to with my full-time job, but the online income well made up for that. Sinking funds, we went from $420 to $755 in the month of October, and debt went down by $621.22 principal amount for my debt total. So if you're interested in any of the stickers that you see here, I have them available in my Etsy shop, which I'll post in the link in the description below. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great November, and we will see you in my next video. Bye!